Have you ever played a video game where you defeat a monster and then it comes back even stronger? Imagine if every time you cut off one head, two new ones popped up. That's exactly what happened to one of the most famous heroes in Greek mythology, when he faced a creature called the Hydra. It's like a mix between a dragon, a snake, and your toughest math problem. Just when you think you've got it, it multiplies. So grab your courage and maybe a fireproof shield, because today we're diving into the swampy, snaky world of the Hydra. Before we meet the Hydra, we need to meet our brave hero, Heracles. You might know him by his Roman name, Hercules. Heracles was the son of Zeus, the king of the gods, and he was known for being super strong, like could lift a horse strong. But even heroes have tough days. To make up for a terrible mistake, Heracles had to complete 12 impossible tasks, called the labors of Heracles. And guess what? One of those tasks was to defeat, you guessed it, the Hydra of Lerna. Now, the Hydra wasn't your ordinary monster. It lived in a dark, stinky swamp. It had many heads. Some say 9, some say even more. And here's the scary part. If you cut off one head, two new ones grew back. It also had poisonous breath and acidic blood. Yikes! So yeah, definitely not the kind of pet you want in your backyard. One morning, Heracles marched into the swamp, his lion-skin cape around his shoulders and his mighty club in hand. His friend Iolaus came along to help. As soon as they got close, the Hydra hissed, "Hiss," and all its heads waved in the air like snakes dancing in a storm. Heracles swung his sword and chopped off a head. But, uh-oh! Two new ones sprouted instantly. No matter how fast he cut, the Hydra just kept growing. Then Heracles had a smart idea. He shouted to Iolaus, "Quick, bring the fire!" So Iolaus grabbed a burning torch and cauterized, that means burned shut, each neck after Heracles cut it. The fire stopped the new heads from growing. Finally, Heracles found the Hydra's immortal head, the one that could never die. He used his sword to chop it off, buried it under a giant rock, and dipped his arrows in the Hydra's poisonous blood. From then on, those arrows became super deadly. And that's how Heracles completed his second labor, by using not just his muscles, but his mind. Have you ever tried to clean your messy room, but every time you put away one toy, two more appear? Or finished one homework problem, and then your teacher adds bonus questions? That's a little like fighting the Hydra. The more you do, the more challenges pop up. But Heracles didn't give up. He used teamwork and creativity. So next time things pile up, remember, maybe you just need a fire plan, a clever way to stop the chaos from growing. Now here's something amazing. There's a real animal called a Hydra in nature. It's a tiny freshwater creature that lives in ponds and lakes. You can't see it without a microscope, but it's one of the coolest regenerators on Earth. If you cut a real Hydra in half, don't worry. Scientists do this carefully in labs. Both halves can grow back into two new Hydras. That's because they have stem cells, special cells that can turn into any other type of cell. Humans have stem cells too. They help us heal cuts or grow new skin. But Hydras take it to the next level. They're basically immortal. So in a way, the Greek Hydra was a supersized, magical version of a real creature that scientists still study today. Nature's full of myths that turn out to be a little bit true. What if humans could regrow body parts like the Hydra? Scientists are already exploring this. They're studying hydras, salamanders, and starfish to learn how regeneration works. And maybe one day, doctors could help people regrow damaged organs or even limbs. Imagine in the future, you break a bone, and instead of a cast, a robot doctor gives you a special stem cell patch that helps it grow back perfectly. Or astronauts on Mars use Hydra-inspired tech to repair their spacesuits instantly when torn. Myths inspire science fiction, and science fiction inspires real science. The Hydra's magic might just become tomorrow's medicine. So what did we learn from the Hydra today? That some problems seem to grow back, but with clever thinking and teamwork, you can outsmart them. The Hydra may have lost to Heracles long ago, but its regenerating power lives on in nature, in science, and maybe even in the future of medicine. Thanks for joining me on today's Myth Meets Science adventure. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive and never be afraid to face the many-headed challenges of learning.